It was just another typical morning when I noticed the envelope sitting perfectly on the kitchen counter. His handwriting, so familiar, was scrawled across the front. At first, I assumed it was just a quick note. Maybe he had left early for work or gone to visit his mom. But as soon as I touched it, something inside me knew it was more than that. A strange weight settled in my chest. A heaviness that felt unnatural. The silence around me seemed to carry a warning. There were no shoes by the door. The bed remained untouched. It all felt wrong. The envelope trembled slightly in my hands as I stood there, my stomach twisting. I could feel it in my bones. The truth was inside. It had an eerie weight, the kind you feel just before a storm breaks, when everything is still, but it's clear something isn't right. I opened the envelope slowly, my fingers trembling as I unfolded it. Inside were only 2 words at the top of the page. Words that took my breath away. Goodbye, Emmer. The rest of the letter followed, written with a calmness that felt almost too deliberate. It wasn't my confession, but his. He explained how he had known for a while. Ever since that night, I came home smelling like another man's cologne. The night I claimed I'd been working late. From then on, the cracks had appeared. The phone calls I took in private, the extra showers, the girls' nights, that were anything but. He had seen through it all. What hit me the hardest wasn't the fact that he knew. It was that he hadn't confronted me immediately. He waited, silently hoping I would come clean, that I would admit the truth. He watched me slowly change into someone he no longer recognized, someone unreachable. Every day, it wore him down, hollowing him out until he had nothing left to hold on to. He told me he didn't hate me, and that was the most painful part. If he had yelled, cursed, or lashed out, I could have accepted it as punishment. But instead, his words were steady and composed, hurt yet calm. He loved me enough to let me go, he said. Because staying would only destroy us both. And in that moment I understood. I had already destroyed everything. I sank to the floor, the letter shaking in my hands as the tears came. It wasn't just guilt I felt. It was the crushing realization of what I had done. The selfishness, the disregard for what I had in front of me. I had exchanged something real, something steady and constant, for something fleeting and empty. The man I had betrayed wasn't just someone I lived with. He was the one who did the little things without making a fuss. He folded my laundry when I forgot, rubbed my back when I was anxious, knew exactly how I liked my coffee, and kissed me goodnight every night. I had always assumed he didn't notice the little things, but he had been paying attention all along, quietly, deeply. I had taken him for granted. And now, I was paying the price. I tried to reach him, called, texted, emailed, even went to his office, but his phone was off. He had taken an indefinite leave, and that's when it hit me. This wasn't a decision made in haste. He had planned this out, not out of anger or revenge, but because of the heartbreak. He needed space from me, from the life we had shared. The days blurred together as I relived every moment I had ignored. The nights when he looked at me a little too long. The quiet dinners where he waited for me to speak, but I remained silent. The mornings when he asked if I was okay, and I lied through a smile. I held on to hope that maybe, with time, he would come back. That maybe we could talk and fix what was broken. But weeks turned into months, and eventually, I heard from mutual friends that he had moved to a smaller town to start over. He never spoke badly of me. He simply said it didn't work out and left it at that. I finally responded to his letter, not with excuses or explanations, but with one simple truth. I was wrong. I loved him. And I had ruined something beautiful because I didn't know how to handle real love. I didn't expect a reply, and I never got one. He had already said goodbye. I still have that letter, folded and tucked away in a drawer I rarely open. It's a reminder of what love can be, quiet, watchful, patient.